He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in law.
We're roommates in law, Tom.
Roommates in law, Tim.
That's the name of our sketch series and our podcast.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, we're not even roommates.
Nope, not brothers-in-law.
Never have been.
Never will be.
Hey, what happened? But we are good pals.
But we are good friends.
What happens when? So when people get divorced, then they have ex-in-laws too, huh? You don't still,
for sure.
You don't still call them a brother-in-law, right?
Absolutely not. No, because they're not your brother-in-law. Then
Yeah,
now
like
they're just
by
kind of
law.
some guy.
Yeah, that's a weird dynamic.
I mean, because that's too many syllables. Hey, this is my ex-brother. You're just like, nah, this is Pete.
I think brother and ex.
Ex-in-law. This is my ex-in-law.
This is my ex-in-law. Ex-in-law.
Ex-in-law, yeah. But you just go back to regular names at that point. You just go, this is Pete.
I don't even know how I fucking know him.
I knew you in another lifetime. I'm sorry. I was fucking your sister for a couple of years. And she cheated on me with her coworker. Just flip out every time
Pete?
you see him.
Yeah. Are you happy you showed up now, Pete?
Really? Oh, I bet you're glad you're in Trader Joe's now, Pete. You got to stop doing this every time we run into each other.
Yeah,
dude.
Tim, we can't live in the same town if you're gonna do this.
Oh, Pete, your sister ever broken your heart? Just freaking out.
He's my ex-in-law.
Oh God, yeah. I think you fully just that guy gets demoted down to now he's just regular guy.
He just gets first name again. Yeah.
And I don't even think you have to really waste the time saying hello to that guy in public. I think it's a head nod and you keep it moving.
Wow, you're going head nod. You're going someone you went to college with, but you never really were close with.
It's just like there he is. Here's my
level.
acknowledgement of your existence.
Dude,
And now I'm going to go back for shopping for chili peppers.
That guy was at your bachelor party, and that's how you're going to treat him?
So, yeah, but he saw me do things that I regret immensely at my bachelor party.
Oh, so maybe you don't want to talk to him.
That's right. He's got dirt on the kid.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we got divorced in the first place. Maybe he sabotaged me with his sister.
Yes.
Maybe he told her about the bachelor party, Tom.
He spread some dirt, some glitter about the bachelor party.
He spread some butt cheeks about the bachelor party.
I was really trying to shoehorn glitter and dirt in there somewhere.
It was a successful shoehorn, Thomas.
Thanks, dude.
Holy crap! What are we sipping on over there? Is that a white wine?
We got a Savvy B.
Savvy B. Well, you're approaching the end of Savvy B season here, Tom.
But I like a crisp autumn Savvy B as well.
You're also in the great city of Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's 78 degrees.
Is it Jesus Christ?
Yeah, it always is, dude.
We're getting a little fall weather here at Bleecker Street Studios, and
my favorite
I'm not mad
weather.
at it.
That's my favorite weather.
Well, there's something about the fall when you walk outside and it's crisp. You do get this like jolt of energy.
Absolutely, and you're wearing.
And I don't know what I want
to.
to. What I want to go do is go like tailgate for a football game.
Yeah, I want to play. I want to throw a football around. So
that's
bad.
my initial thing. I'm like, where's I got to go to the game, and I'm like, oh wait,
where's Pete? Where's Pete? I got to throw a football around with Pete.
Pete was my guy. Yeah. I want to fucking chunk a disc with my guy. Pete.
Oh my God.
Pete's a good name. Going back. Oh, there it is. Shout out to Roy Scovel. Check out his special. Great comedian. Hey, no one's ever getting pussy by throwing a frisbee.
Wait, is that on? That is on Roy try to stand up for the first time.
For the first time.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. That's something that has borderline ruined frisbee for me.
Absolutely. Were you an underhand frisbee thrower?
I think I would always give it a shot, but never in a serious way. I suck at throwing a frisbee the normal way.
Same.
So I'm not getting cocky. I'm not like, oh fuck yeah. But like we used to play this game that was like a version of bag. It's called Polish horseshoes, where it's a stick in the ground with a beer bottle on top, and you throw a frisbee. You try to hit it.
Right.
So I'll mix in every form. I'll go over the.
Yeah, you're just trying. You're trying anything at that point. It's tough to look cool throwing a frisbee. It's like putting on chapstick. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no chance you're gonna look cool doing it.
Have you ever seen me put on chapstick, dude? It is sensual and
It's
cool.
fucking. Or is it? I'm guessing you're putting it on pretty slow, pouting the lips out,
real slow, and just making an audible pop.
Boy, a friend of mine in college. This was his classic move when we were at the bar. He was always getting in like a dance off. That was that was like his. He was always in a dance off. And his move when he would come out to the circles, he would be putting on chapstick really aggressively, walking out into the circle, and it was like, this guy's untouchable.
That's so funny, actually. That's really, really great.
And he always won because it was such heat right up top. I mean, he comes out, he's absolutely just putting on that chapstick. People loved it. People went crazy.
You gotta write that out as a character. The guy who's always trying to
chapstick guy.
Dance battles. A guy.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit of that guy in college too.
I was gonna say you could bust out a couple moves. I could see you being the guy where he starts it all, and you're like, I better be getting called into this.
I'm just waiting on the side. I'm like, he's like, why is that guy stretching over there?
You're trying to play it cool, but yeah. You're like, Billie Jean, or what should I go with?
I'm like kind of like subtly requesting a song.
Yeah.
To the DJ. I'm like, hey man, it'd be sick if you played Smooth Criminal, that'd be wild. If you played
a lot of people were talking about it earlier.
Actually. Everyone's been dying to hear Smooth Criminal by Michael J. If you just play it, like literally, can you cut this song short and play it right now?
Turn it off. You unplug it.
He's like, wow, did you dress like Michael Jackson tonight?
No, putting on a glove.
No, I always wear one sequins glove.
All of a sudden your hair is permed. He's like, what is happening? Every time we look away, you just boom, red
just
jacket.
a little bit more Michael Jackson. Incredible.
Oh god. How was your weekend, Timbo?
Weekend was decent. I did a little thrifting this weekend. We went to a little thrift store.
Boy, Bushwick has you by the balls.
I mean, I'm gone. I don't even know who I am anymore.
You're gone. I mean, you had one chance to be saved on the Upper West Side.
And it didn't happen.
It didn't work out. Bushwick has you.
I'm in a fucking... Here's the thing about these thrift stores. It's not like antiquing. It's not like going to an antique store where there's like a rhyme or reason to the store. This is essentially a huge room full of crap. And you kind of just walk around and look at crap. Yeah. There's nothing in there.
But I will say it does feel amazing when you do find something.
I'm yet to find something worth purchasing.
See, like, do you remember that one annoying teal jacket that I wear all the time?
The one annoying... Yes.
It's like I found that for $12 in a thrift store.
That's a good
it's like, I'm like, it's like crazy. Like they don't make that kind of jacket anymore. And I was like, I wear it all the time. And it's like, well, here's my identity.
Here's
unfortunately, I rely very heavily on jackets.
Here's my cue, Tom. I'm not talking about clothes thrifting.
Oh, you're thrifting for items.
This place has got items. We walked by and this thing just had a bunch of shit in the window, and we're like, at least this is an interesting thing to do for the next 30 minutes.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I do. I get what you're saying now.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Wait, can you still hear me?
Huh? Yeah, I'm just talking too much.
Oh, well, it is cutting in and out, but I think that's my headphones. They're dying. No, I see what you mean. The problem with those, I think you alluded to it earlier. If there was good shit in there, they would call themselves an antique store.
It would be an antique store. This is literally a crap store. It's just crap.
Them not calling themselves an antique store is basically a billboard that's like nothing real valuable in here.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you want to. It's literally we went in there and we're like, we'll just waste 40 minutes.
It's a yard sale in a store,
and there's no rhyme or like it's not like because there was this really cool like antique thrift store in Andersonville in Chicago. Yeah. And you could tell that the people have really curated this thing to like their own kind of taste, kind of the shit that they were into, the stuff that they liked. They decorated the place incredibly well. It was immaculate and it was really awesome. And you were going there like, oh, all of this shit is really, really cool. This place, it looks like somebody just backed a truck up. It just dumped all the shit they found on the street in the store. And they're like, I don't know. Do you want like a half broken hockey stick?
It's like someone's going to buy enough things for this to justify it being a store.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I'll slap a $40 price tag on this like vase. Somebody will think it's neat.
So did you buy anything?
Absolutely not. We weren't even close.
Dang.
Like we didn't even like look at an item and like kind of mull it. Oh, we were like, oh God, let's get the fuck out of here.
I have such I'm getting better at this, but I have such guilt and such I don't know what the word is, but like shame, yeah, where like I'll be in those stores and I'll convince myself that something is worth buying. Just
Wait, is it because you feel bad for the owner?
I literally just did it on Saturday, and I was about to say I just said I'm getting better at it, and I'm not.
What'd you purchase?
I was in this store in Fort Collins, Colorado. It was a good idea for a store. It was called like Off the Bench or something. It's an old sports memorabilia store.
Love that.
And I was like, this is up my alley. The problem is all their coolest shit was in the window. And then you get into the store and it's like pretty generic. It's like fake vintage stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like they had a section for every single professional sports team, which like, that's a bad sign. Because one, like there was like vintage Minnesota Wild stuff. I'm older than the Minnesota Wild. Like, and you know, he's asking me where I'm from. I say Minnesota. So he's showing me all this Minnesota stuff. And I'm like, no. Like you could probably buy it all online on Amazon or something. Like,
for cheaper.
I don't like that there's 30 versions of this sweatshirt that you're saying is a vintage sweatshirt, you know?
And he's like, please, you could only, there was only 788,000 of these made.
And we only have every size.
And we also have them here. So please buy one.
So
this was a terrible idea and I'm losing my ass on the store. Please purchase something.
Yeah, like eBay is kicking this guy's ass for sure.
eBay. This guy, you know, I didn't even really feel bad for the guy at the front of this store because when we walked in, he like didn't even say hello. He knows what it is. He knows it's a piece of shit. I mean, literally this is just this like random, like kind of a warehouse in Bushwick. But at one, they're like just in the corner of the store. It was just like a pile of clothes.
Just on the ground?
Yes. Just in the corner of the room, Tom, a pile of clothes.
They've given up. They really gave up at that location.
I'm like, you know, I don't know. And then you see, I'm not going to nominate this guy for Zero of the Week, but he's got Zero of the Week potential.
Good, because I got a couple.
Because this wasn't a full zero, but he had zero tendencies. So, you know, when you go in, it's like a bit of a bottleneck. So like several of us were going in at the same time and you're like kind of crammed up in the front of the store for a second before everybody chooses their, you know, choose your own adventure path in this fucking place. And he's like looking at some pendants or something. And his girlfriend's like, come this way. And he's like, oh, what about this one? He's saying it really loud so everybody can hear. And she's like, no, like, come on. He's like, what? I want everyone to think I'm a samurai.
Oh.
Like he's trying to
get the guy.
He's trying to get a pop out of some strangers for no reason. I know that's a lot to say from people that actively seek out a microphone to say funny things into. However, Tom, this guy, you can tell he's one of those guys, he just talks louder than normal when other people are around trying to be the funny guy.
Oh, this guy stinks.
His girlfriend was so not into it. It was amazing. She was like, will you shut up?
He's done this a million times. He's the one, he finds something on a menu that he thinks is funny. And then he tries to pre-write the joke for the waiter.
Absolutely.
And then and it never hits.
Absolutely. No, it stunk and no one I mean, nobody even considered laughing.
Oh,
people, we all kind of looked around at each other like, fuck this guy, right? Like, this dude absolutely sucks. And then his girlfriend just like grabbed him by the shirt and was like, come on, let's go look at shoes from 1982.
Dude, I saw another flopped joke in public yesterday. This made me laugh out loud. I'm not kidding you. I laughed out loud
for the wrong reason, though.
But I mean, it's beautiful. We were in the I was in the airport, and I'm sorry, by the way, if I talk about airports too much, but there's just something that happens in airports where we're all just spectacles, and also you're paying attention more. And also, I think because I keep flying back to LA, I'm only with these losers that are going to LA. So I keep just meeting these people. But this was just in generic security, so who knows where this guy's going. But he's two ahead of me in the security line, and we're at the station where we're throwing our bags on the conveyor belt to go through, and we're about to walk through the metal detector. TSA agent Agent 007. He's like probably a 70-year-old guy, maybe a little younger. But
well, thank God they got him on security detail.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can call him Agent anymore. He's an overweight old guy, and
no, he's down. He's 006. He's not.
Looks grumpy. You know how loose the belt is.
Of course,
just,
of course. The shirt's not even close to fitting.
No, it's like tucked in on the sides, but it comes out at the front because it can't make it around his belly.
Oh God, I know exactly who that guy is.
We all know who he is. Gray mustache. I mean,
he's got his Velcro black shoes are like they're too old. They're kind of got the you know when people like they have like their, I don't know if this is like the fat shaming or not, but you know when people's like their shoes like they wear them down like all on the inside, and they kind of
they kind of like are over the edge. Yeah, absolutely. That's what the situation was. These shoes were purchased at Walmart. They were not.
No, they were purchased at this thrift store in Brooklyn for $6.
Found them under a pile of clothes in the back corner.
Oh, that's the TSA special.
So this guy could not look less open to conversation. He did not look friendly, but he's saying to everyone, he's going through the script. He's, make sure everything, no metal on you. It's just a metal detector. No metal on you. Have a good flight. No metal on you. Have a good flight. No metal on you. Have a good flight. And this guy in front of me, he's probably 22 years old. And he goes, "Excuse me, sir. How often when you say have a good flight, does someone accidentally say, you too?"
Hey.
And the guy goes, "What?
What are you talking about?"
And then now the guy he's to the front of the line. So now he's holding up the line to ask it again.
No.
And he goes, "Well, you know, like how people will accidentally say like you too, like when you say have a good flight, how many times has someone been like, you too?"
You wish somebody from the back is like, "Shut the fuck up."
It's bombing, dude.
And keep it moving.
The kid knew. He knew when he was repeating it that it was not. It's like, you know what it reminded me of? Like, you know when you're a kid and you're trying to get your mom's attention on the phone, and you're like, she's on the phone, and you're like, mom, and you're not telling her anything.
She finally gives you the attention, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, because she's mad.
Yeah,
and you're like, all you want to do, you're like, can I have some string cheese?
I was telling you, I was hungry.
Can Johnny come over? Like, and she's like, "What? I don't care." Why was the energy.
Why did I have you? Yeah.
He gets through the question the second time, but like way more explaining and way more nervous. And he goes, "So like, how many times like would someone be like, you too?"
God.
And the guy just goes, "Well, I don't know, man. Will you please go through the metal detector?"
You're like, "Hey, I'm not your waiter, dude. You don't have to have small talk here."
It's like there's no customer. It's not a customer service job. I don't need to be nice to you. You don't need to be nice to me.
No, we all know what the score is here.
Yeah, I laughed. I'm not kidding. I snorted because this guy's delivery was unbelievably.
Well, you can hear the fear in the poor kid's voice because he thought he was gonna get up. The guy was gonna be like, "More than you would ever know," or whatever it was.
Yeah,
and then they would both go, "Have a great day," and keep it moving.
Exactly.
Oh, and he can't. When the guy goes, "What?" He can't be like, "Fuck it, never mind."
Yeah, because he's also in a position of authority, kind of. So you're also you don't want to seem like you're shit talking.
This is too good. Wait, so you're the only one laughing? No one else.
The guy behind me was smiling too. I think he saw it too. But the kid right in front of me, in between them, I think was with him and didn't say anything. I'm like, if that's your boy, you got to be like, "Hey, dude,
go. What is this move?
Shut the hell up." Yeah,
you should have got through security and then found him and been like, "Hey, dude, how often do you try to start a conversation with a TSA agent and it absolutely tanks and ruin everyone's morning?" He's like, "What?" You're like,
"Hey,
I mean, how often do you try to start a conversation?"
It's just a brutal vicious cycle. I mean, it was so bad. It was like, I mean, it's like any situation. You miss it the first time, you got to pack up and move.
You just got to leave it and go. I mean, that's a one shot. That's a hit or a miss. You either hit or you go through security. You don't stop the line.
It felt like an eternity when he was asking that second time.
Oh my God. What makes me like the kid a little bit more is the fear in his voice.
It was not a cocky ask.
Because at least he knows.
He absolutely knew he was
I have made a grave mistake here. That's the last time that motherfucker is going to talk to anyone at the airport.
He learned a valuable lesson that day. I assume he has aged 30 years by now.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he could literally be in the bathroom watching someone strap a bomb to their chest. And he's like, I'm not talking to any TSA agents ever again.
It really made my day.
Oh, fuck. Okay. That absolutely slaps very hard. Poor bastard. But he's trying to spread some joy in the world. He's out there trying to be a nice guy.
It was pure intention. That's why I'm like, well, that's not a zero contender. That's like a bomb of the week, if anything.
That's a bomb of the week. He's definitely not a zero. He was trying to spread some joy. He just literally couldn't have chosen a worse time to do this.
Yeah.
God bless him. God bless him.
The comic side of my brain was like right away, because I really wanted to talk to the kid afterwards, because I was right behind him all the way to the gates too. I was give him
a post game interview.
Well, I wanted to be like, hey, dude, you can't bring that kind of bomb to an airport. I started writing lines right away.
He's like, hey, look, I get it. I know I fucking suck. No one likes me. Oh my Lord!
It was so pure intended intentions.
The intentions were there. I mean, he went out there with a good heart. His heart was in the right place.
He swang, and there wasn't anyone pitching. There was no one else on the field.
He was just in the corner shadow boxing for no reason at all. Oh God, Tom, tell me, do you run into this in LA? I mean, are you one of those guys that's like, I only poop at home?
No, I'll poop everywhere.
Okay, because I never understand those people, and they act like it's like this big thing that they have to endure. Where they're like, I can actually only poop in my home.
Yeah,
I'm like, what are you crazy? I don't have that choice. When I have to shit, it's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, I got like decent hold on my sphincter, but
I got no hold.
It's going when the troops are loose. They're rushing.
I mean, I never have had hold, Tom. I mean, when it's happening, it's happening. So I hit full panic button. Lizzie and I are out and about. This is before we go to the grossest fucking thrift shop of all time. We're cruising around. We're looking for a little brunch spot. I make this mistake all the time, Tim. When will you learn? I can't just go out into the world drinking coffee pre-poop.
Oh yeah. That's just a mistake.
I'm out there absolutely hounding down a fucking latte pre-poop.
You're like, surely
pre-poop.
Surely this will be different than every other day of my life.
Other time. So we're out just cruising around, and I'm pounding down this latte. And I don't know if it's like this in LA, but you can't just pop into places in New York.
No, not in any major city anymore, because no one, the homeless have really pooped everywhere.
They've ruined it. They're like, hey, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Like, I see that you're in full panic mode, but no.
We don't care.
You have to shit your pants.
Also, enough people have shit their pants in this city today for no one to feel bad at you.
It's like not a big deal here.
Oh, yeah, not at all.
I mean, I'm fully panicking, running around Bushwick. I'm starting to like scope out like, okay, I could
corners.
Poop. Yeah, I could poop there. I could definitely poop there.
You didn't just go how far from home were you?
Oh, we were easy 1.2.
Oh, you were deep in the Schwick.
We were deep. So because we were looking for a little brunch place, and here's the other issue we got into. We went a little too early, so kind of nothing's open yet.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. This is a make it back home, I think.
There was no chance. Like,
so what'd you do?
Because Lizzie was like, I mean, is there literally this place as they opened their door and flipped around their open sign? I ran in, bought a Modelo, and before she even turned around and put it on the bar, I was already in the bathroom shitting for 35 minutes.
Oh my God.
I come out and Lizzie's just sitting there next to a lukewarm beer, and the bartender's looking at me like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like,
oh God,
why are you out here?
Yeah.
Is this something you run into in LA? What's the situation here?
Well, in LA, you're driving everywhere, so you like. Also, I don't know. I've been mostly at places that are open.
Yeah, maybe this is
I've
the
been
perfect
pooping. I've been
storm.
pooping out at the bars and stuff.
You're out there pooping in LA.
But literally, the only time I'm out and about in LA is at shows. So there's bathrooms readily available. I did poop in the only stall at a bar the other day, and that is a lot of pressure.
I feel no pressure pooping in public.
It just usually I don't, but it was just a crowded bathroom, and I went in the only stall, and I was like, I'm sorry, like,
and, hey, this is happening.
Everyone else was like, because there's a stall and a urinal, and everyone else is like using them both like a urinal. Everyone's peeing in and out.
But then you go in and you lock the door, and everybody's this guy means business.
You can see my pants come down. You know?
Well, you see your feet turn around.
yeah. Unless this guy is incredibly unconventional, that's a poop.
Yeah. That's what we in the biz refer to as a poop.
Yes. But I was like, I mean, it was one of those things. Like, I don't get like that. Where it was like, I wasn't about to shit my pants, but I was like, I got to go on stage at 20 minutes and I kind of got to poop. I don't want to.
I was at the point where I was like, Lizzie was trying to like talk to me and strategize. I didn't even hear a word she was saying.
You're tunnel visioned.
It was fully just like, like on Saving Private Ryan where they storm the beach and the bombs hit. And it's just like, whee! That's exactly what I was hearing.
Yeah.
Full tunnel vision, freak out mode. I was like, well, here comes a guy in his mid-30s about to shit his pants in Bushwick. That's not a cute look.
No, but it's, everyone poops. We learned
Everybody
that at an early
poops.
age.
It's a great book. Read the book if you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
great authors.
They need the bump.
Tom, where are you at on the zero of the week? I feel like you got one teed up here.
I do. I think I do have one. God, I'm trying to get into my notes.
We got a good submission, by the way.
Oh, we did. All right, good. Oh, wait, yeah, I got another one too. That wasn't as good, but wait, I got a zero and a hero.
Huge.
Okay. All right. Well, these are all just characters I'm gonna frame my zero under the zero of the week and one of my heroes under the guise of when you just flying back to LA. I've been so observant on these flights because ever since Mesh Lakers jersey guy,
sure,
it's just you just so there's so many douchebags on these flights. It's unbelievable.
I think about Mesh Laker jersey 3 times a day.
Same. And I meet those people. I meet them out in the world. And I'm like, you're Mesh Laker guy's ex-brother-in-law.
He calls you Pete now, but still, I know who you are.
Yeah. You're cut from the same mesh cloth. I get on this flight. All right. So I'm flying Southwest. Okay. And I have flown Southwest enough and I have the credit card where I'm A-list, so I get good boarding.
Right.
And so Southwest, you got to line up, Do you fly Southwest ever? I don't know.
Sure. For the sake of this story, absolutely.
Well, no, but you understand that it's you line up, you get like a boarding order, and then you get to choose your seat.
Right. Yeah.
The whole benefit of wanting to be towards the front is there are 2 exit row seats that don't have a chair in front of them.
So we're talking legroom city right now.
We're talking stretching out.
Yeah. That's called a nap where I come from.
It's Nap City, USA, right there.
Population Tom.
LA Tom. So I'm flying back from Colorado and I'm A9, which is great. That's like the best boarding position I ever get. A9. Usually the first few people just grab the first 2 rows. And so I'm standing in the line and this guy comes up next to me and he just kind of stands like a little in front of me and to the side. And he doesn't ask anyone their number. I walk up, I go, I'm A9. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm 10, so you're right in front of me. And this guy, oh, I'm 8. You're right.
It's like signing up for an open mic.
It's the same thing. And this guy's standing next to me, not saying anything to anyone.
Oh, boy.
And he's tall.
Oh, boy, I don't like this move already. And I feel like I'm hearing a snake slither up.
I finally get a glance at his boarding pass, and it's 11. So he's only 2 behind me. But it's right as we start to board and we start moving forward in the line and he's walking just a little bit in front of me.
Uh-huh.
But like to the side, so we're all in a line.
Well, it takes one big step for him and now he's right in front.
And I'm like kind of starting to be like, fuck? like, do I need to like jump in front of
I
him?
have to check this guy into the fucking board.
And I couldn't decide. I'm in my head the whole time. I'm going, Tommy, are you gonna be a little bitch? Or are you gonna say something? Say, hey, are you 11? I'm 9. You're right behind this lady who just told me she's 10.
Yeah.
Are you gonna say something? You're gonna let it happen. You're gonna say something. You're gonna let it happen. We're walking up to the front.
Oh.
We get up to scan the tickets.
Hey, wait, Tom. Just so you know, I'm kind of on the edge of my seat right now.
Well, I'll tell you
Please
what.
don't disappoint me.
I'm about to be on the edge of the wrong seat.
Oh, no.
We get up there and we both stick our phones out at the exact same time. And then she looks at us like, what's happening?
Like, what are you guys doing?
And he looks at me like, oh, what? And I go, oh, go for it.
Oh, come on, Tom. No. Tom. You cannot let these people win.
That's where my 0 of the week turned to myself. It turned inward. And so now we're boarding the plane. So now I'm like starting to get heated. And then we're getting on the plane and he's right in front of me. And we get on and no one had taken the exit rows yet.
Did you at least flat tire him?
And I didn't. No, I offered him my seat. I offered him a back massage. I said, if there's anything I can do for you while you're on this flight, if I can get you a drink or something, that'd be easy. I'm right behind him. But now in my head, I'm thinking, all right, there's 2 exit rows, but he's clearly going for an exit row because he's like 6'5". So he's almost as tall as you. Right. I mean, he's going for an exit row here.
Yeah.
And
well, look, as a guy that is 6'6", I do understand the move. I'm not going to say that I support the move.
Yeah.
But guys like me need a ton of leg room.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, hey, look, if I see a beta,
5'3".
If I see a beta right there, I'm going to edge him out.
I think what he did is he scoped me out as probably the other person who would take it because there were only like 3 or 4 people in front of me and they were all old folks. So they're taking the first 2 rows.
Well, they're not strategically thinking about they're just happy to be alive.
I'm not talking like 85. They're all just like lugging their fucking oxygen tanks around.
I'm just thanking their lucky stars. I made it another day.
I'm talking like older business people who are probably they're not napping. They're probably just getting on,
jumping on the laptop,
on the laptop, maybe
listening to a TED talk. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure. So we get on, and he beelines it towards the back. Oh. This is a rare plane. There's only one with the extended leg room. And he goes right there, and the level of rate. So I followed him like on his heels, like I could almost pass him, like till we were like halfway back on the plane, and then I noticed there's only one. And the level of rage and shame and like pure, I was almost like, hey man, you just ruined my fucking day. I was so viscerally upset. I had to sit down and be like, hey, maybe this isn't something we should be this sad about.
I mean, look, here's the thing. I understand the turmoil that you're experiencing inside because you're going, I let this happen to me.
I let it happen because of me.
It happened because I didn't have the gumption to say, hey, actually, you're 11 and I'm 9.
Yeah.
And that all you have to do is say that because he's got no argument.
You don't want to be yelling about 9 and 11 in the airport.
There we go.
I'm 9, you're 11.
They're like, and you're arrested now. You're going to jail for 200 years.
We don't even know what's going on here, but we don't like it.
I mean, I get it because the only person that's at fault here, honestly,
is me. And also, I have budged the line before, so then I'm thinking back as we're walking down the thing. I'm like, this is karma. This is when I skipped from B43 to B32. Like I've never done it. Doing it that early in the line is so egregious.
It's an aggressive move. It's a very aggressive move because it's so easy to like check. Everybody's like, wait a second, pal. We all kind of know who the top 10 are here.
I saw it. I mean, he was holding it out. And he wasn't just out of place. He walked next to me and then scooted in.
I just absolutely hate this.
It really was. It was a hard flight. It was one of the only flights I haven't slept on.
I bet you didn't even blink the entire flight.
Dude, I was like, And then of course the guy who sits next to me is huge, and he's spilling over into my seat.
Yeah, and he's farting and just being an idiot.
I mean, I was so mad. And this is Mesh, Lakers jersey's brother, by the way. He's wearing huge Beats headphones. He's got baggy like and one sweatpants, you know, but nice ones. Like I feel like he paid way too much money for them.
Was he giving you, what was the vibe of this guy? Was he giving you an aggressive vibe? Like he would be like, shut the fuck up? Or was he just being a snake?
No, like douchey energy.
Okay. Like he would be like, get the fuck, like, what are you going to do about it kind of a guy?
Yeah. When we both stuck out our boarding passes on our phones, he looked at me like, oh, like, what are you doing? And then I absolutely just backed down. And I should have in that moment said, oh, I'm 9. I think you're 11.
Yeah. Or I'm 9. What are you?
It would have been so easy.
Easy cheesy. He's got nothing there.
And instead I said, oh, go for it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Go for it. And the self-hatred was next level. Thank God for NFL football, because it's free streaming on those flights.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's all I did on the flight. And I was like, whatever. I got to watch some football, and I'm like trying to justify it the whole time. And
you're just getting your aggression out that way. You're like, fucking hit him.
Yeah, it's a game I don't care about.
Tom, I gotta say, I empathize with you quite a bit on that one, because that hurts.
Thanks. Yeah, it hurt. It was.
It hurts.
It was not a proud moment for the young man.
When you go through, when you're dealing with like the shitty consequences of your own shitty actions, I think that's the most annoying thing in life.
Yeah.
Is when you're like, this was so easily avoidable, and I just didn't avoid it.
I just absolutely flubbed it. I fumbled the bag.
A classic zig when you should have zagged, Tom.
Yeah. I scrambled. I threw a pick six.
Yeah, you tried to stay in the pocket. You scrambled out. You threw a pick six.
Shout out to Colin Unger.
I really hate that for you. I really hate that for you. I gotta, I don't know if you're.
I don't know.
You're not the 0, because that's a very human thing. Gotta go. This guy the 0 for just being a scumbag.
Yeah, he's a douche.
He's a douche.
And then I got another.
He's going home to hit his girlfriend or do something stupid. I hate this guy.
No, he just cheated on her, so she actually left. She packed her stuff up.
She's an Instagram model. She's cheating on him.
That's true. I fucked her immediately.
He was in the back of the plane in his girlfriend's DMs. I got free tickets to a comedy show. You want to come to Fort Wayne?
Are you in St. Louis by any chance?
That God, sucks.
Yeah. Then I got a couple other characters. Then I'm literally I was so angry. I tried to be like, hey, all right, just let's use this anger, maybe try to write about something.
Yeah.
Find some other people on the plane. So then I'm in the mindset of like, everyone on this plane sucks ass, and I hate them all. And this guy who sits in the same row as me, two down, he gets on, and he's this is kind of a classic LA look. Have you seen these hats that are like not cowboy hats, but not cowboy hats?
I'm gonna need more explanation, because what I'm picturing is Indiana Jones.
Yeah, but designer. Like
designer Indiana Jones?
They're kind of like, they're like flat brimmed but big, and dudes are wearing them now.
Is it kind of like a Cam Newton hat?
Oh, it is a Cam Newton hat.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. Yeah, now I'm with you.
Okay. Yes. Wow. Great call. I was like not sure where else to go with that. I was like, maybe the hats don't matter as much. But this guy had 2 of them, and he's carrying them.
Wait. Does he have them in a big case, like a big hat case?
No, he's got them with him, but you can tell he's being so careful with them that I was like, I hate this guy. This guy.
Well, those fucking hats are probably like $5,000 a piece.
I know. So why do you own 2 of them? Why do you have them both? And,
it's like a mink hat.
And it just felt like, whoa. It just felt like
what? What'd you say? I didn't say anything.
It just felt like he was showing them off a little bit.
Like everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, damn, he's got that like
look at your hats,
Tamagotchi hat, yeah, whatever it is, whatever designer it is."
So I'm coming at this guy from a place of hate. I got this guy right over here, and then I see this guy coming on the plane. This is like hilarious. Like I almost wanted to film it because it was. I don't know if this guy's
too on the nose.
But there was a guy with the book. Wait, what's it called? I wrote it down. It's called The Smartest Guys in the Room.
Oh,
It's about Enron.
It's about Enron. Yeah.
Yeah, and this guy is holding the book in a way that is like he might as well have been like, "Hey everybody, I'm reading
Hey,
this."
I just learned about Enron from 2006.
Yeah. Dude, he's like, he comes on holding it like in front of him, like he's doing a like a show and tell, and then he sits down and then he stands up to get something out of his out of the thing up top. And he's still got the book in his hand. And so I thought he was putting the book away. He's not. He's just holding it up.
He loves it. This is his new favorite book.
So
He's going to hate what happens at the end of that book.
Yeah, I didn't want to have the heart to tell him.
Tell him what happens to Nirvana in 1996.
I was like, dude, wait till you get to 2008. It gets dark.
It gets real bad. He pulls out his another book. It's about the housing market.
I'm like, dude, I don't.
He's like, is housing a bubble?
Don't look at the stock market right now. Oh my god.
Oh god, this guy's an idiot.
He's reading Enron, or he's reading that book, and he's like, they'll come back.
This next one's about Lehman Brothers. You're like, hey, buddy, you got to get different books. All of these go bad.
They're all bad, and they all are. You could read one Wikipedia about kind of all of them.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Stinks.
So that's when I wrote down I was like, LA flights just suck. All these people just suck. And
everyone
then
going to LA is a tool.
in the middle of my pure hatred, this old lady is trying to put up her bags on the other side across from me. And Hat Guy literally stands up and catches her carry-on as it was about to maybe
Crumble
crush her entire body.
Yeah.
She put it up and it slipped out and she missed it with her hand. And this guy fully like Superman. I don't know how
Hat Guy?
I don't know how he got there.
He's back in the mix now. He's in.
I was like, did you plan that? Are you showing off to someone on the plane? Because like it was
like, all right, Grandma, here's the move.
Yeah. He just slips for like $200.
He's like, all right, you can have one of these hats.
It was beautiful, and he caught it, and she was like, "Oh, thank you so much."
Classic old lady.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, no problem,
Thank you, young man."
Got it. And then he helped like 3 other people put their bags up, and I was like, "Wow, I hated this guy so much."
You know what? Hat Guy made a real comeback. But you know what? Those probably not even his hats. He bought those for his idiot friend. He hadn't seen in a while. He's going to LA for the first time.
Can you please bring my hats out? I left them in Colorado, in Denver. You gotta bring the hats out.
And he's like, I'll bring them. Sure. He's like, but make sure you don't scuff them out. So like, don't like pack them.
And he's just being
They're expensive hats. They're expensive hats. Yeah. All right. The guy helps an old lady. I love this guy now.
So he's my hero of the week just because of how much I hated him originally.
Thank you, young man. Oh, chivalry's not dead.
In my head, she's 95. I think she was probably like 68, but
that's not young.
Well, she was short. She was so short that like the angle of the suitcase
it was going to get a lot of velocity. Yeah,
it would hit a solid amount of her body too.
Everybody's like, oh, that was coming out fast. That hurt.
Dude, like a couple people around were kind of like on edge for a sec. It was like,
just the tall guy that stole the seat. He just sits there. He's like, damn.
He had his beats on. He goes, World Star. He's filming.
Just a complete dick. All right, Tom, you said you had a couple of zero submissions. What you got?
No, we just had one. I had one that came in a voice note. So I am going to just going to sum it up. You know what? Actually, it wasn't. Fuck! I should have listened to it beforehand. Will you do your submission and I'll try to find it?
This one's pretty decent. And hey, look, when we're talking about zeros of the week, this is the brand of human we're talking about. Not even brand of human. This is the brand of behavior that we're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. It starts with zero of the week candidate. I don't know why I said it like that. We have a group chat for our daughter's soccer team. Games have always been between 11 and 1 on Saturdays. Last week, one of the moms got on the group chat and said, "Hey, is the game really at 9 p.m. this week?" The coach says, "Of course not. The game's at 1." The mom says, "Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. We're still on Italy time."
Oh my God.
No one responds in the chat. After about 15 minutes, the mom hops back in the chat and says, "Sorry again. We've been in Italy for 2 weeks, so our time's a little off."
Oh my
Still no one acknowledges the Italy comments, and the coach
she doesn't come back.
Coach says, game's at 1.
Well, there's a hero of the week submission too.
The coach absolutely dunking.
Yeah, that fucking rules.
I kind of got to give, I got to toss heroes to everybody in the chat for not indulging this woman.
Yes, that does rule. That you gave her a modern day little, everyone walked out. She walked everyone.
I mean, hey, just because you were in Italy for 2 weeks doesn't mean your sense of reality is so shaken.
Also, we're messaging on a smartphone. The time changed.
The time it changes automatically unless you're opening for Jim Norton at the Royal Oak Theater, in which point I totally understand.
I did forget about that.
But I mean, your kid's soccer game's at 9 p.
Yeah, it's God. I mean, that is so funny. She's dying to slide that in there.
She just couldn't wait to tell anybody. This is a classic person that has no friends because these are the only people she gets to tell.
This is, yes, she's looking for an outlet. This is the same kind of person. I've been bitching about this a lot more lately. This is the kind of person who, like, your kid is like 10, 11, 12 years old and you're still saying like he could be a genius. She could be a genius type.
Oh, no, it's got a lot of potential.
Really special. Yeah, this lady sucks.
She absolutely stinks. She's got no friends. She's just putting this on a rant. These aren't even like her friends. This is on a random assortment of parents.
Ah, God,
that just happen to have a kid at the same age, at the same school, in the same soccer.
They don't care about where you were, and what is the intended response, and what is she hoping for? Actually, all she's looking for actually is a how was it, and then she had a second one locked and loaded, ready to send,
and it was about 8 pages long.
It was already typed too.
But I mean, this is probably a fucking group. How many people play soccer? 11.
Yeah, so there's 20
plus parents.
In it. Yeah.
So let's say 30 parents are on this thing, and she wants to talk about her Italy trip on a group thread. Tom, no.
Dave's at 1.
You absolutely stink.
Yeah, that might be the clear winner.
That's a huge 0 for me. I do love the coach. Game's at 1.
Game's at 1. That's so funny. God, that rules.
She was pissed. She had like pictures all queued up. She was ready to send everything. We ate really good pizza. Oh my gosh. Did you know they drink red wine a lot in Italy?
I'll bring some to the game.
Yeah. Like she had a whole thing queued up. This poor lady. Get a friend.
She like combines countries. She's like, 1 p.m. That's during siesta, right?
And we're like, okay. She's like, I guess I'll cancel. We're gonna run with the Bulls, but I guess we'll just go to this soccer game. You're like, well, that's Spain. R.I.P.
the Queen.
Well, I guess we can't stop by Notre Dame to see the Queen's funeral. Boo, you stink. All right, that's a solid submission. This is what I like. I like when people are getting the essence of the 0.
Yeah, wait. I think the 0 submission that I got was from one of my pals who actually used to be my hairdresser, and her submission was a guy who he comes in, gets his haircut by. God, this isn't even a good enough submission. But
oh boy,
I'll sum it up. I like the submission. It's just I don't know if this is more just this guy is a creep. I don't know if he's a weirdo. Gets his haircut by an Asian hairdresser.
He's a creep. He's a weirdo.
He keeps. He doesn't belong here. What the hell?
He's actually a world famous musician as well.
What the hell is he doing here? I didn't even realize that. Oh God, that's like one of my favorite songs.
It's an amazing. That's why it came out. It's in your.
Yeah, it's in
Freud would have a field day with you.
I played it right there on that piano right here.
Oh yes, all right.
But this guy comes in, gets his hair cut by an Asian hairdresser, and keeps telling her that he has a thing for Asian women the whole time.
Oh, brother.
Yeah,
that is just eek-tastic.
That's like beyond 0. Like I want zeros to remain playful.
Yeah, that's just. Well, what is that? Is that racist? No, it's not racist.
It's really creepy.
It's just creepy and like just way like out of bounds.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All right, good. That was our out of bounder for the
week. What are you doing? Just really love a nice Asian.
Yeah. As she's like,
yeah, I am Asian. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Don't fetishize the person you're trying to hit on.
Yeah, and even if you fetishize anyone, maybe don't tell them that.
Maybe do it in your sweet little head, like the rest of us do.
And then I got one more hero of the week submission just for kind of an incredible joke. My sister, she has a 6-month-old or an 8-month-old. Somewhere in there.
Uncle of the year.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess it's like 8-month-old. And
she's got a boy or a girl or something.
I don't know. I don't really see gender, I guess. Let's give myself
I don't know. I don't know if it's white
ally
or
of the week
Asian.
right
I don't know.
So and then they've also got a 10-year-old kid.
Sure.
So so the 8-month-old, she's like just learning to kind of crawl and stuff. And my sister's wife, she leaves the room, or she's got her on the floor, and then she leaves the room, comes back like 10 seconds later, and the baby had pulled herself up on a chair for the first time. Kind of a cool first step, you know. And she goes, "Oh my God, she did that so quickly." I mean, she did that from when I went to the kitchen and back. I left, she pulled herself up in 10 seconds. And the 10-year-old goes, "It actually took her 8 months."
What a dick.
Isn't that such a good line? It's like a perfect joke.
I mean, this kid rips.
It's like, I literally, that was the first thing I sent back to our group chat. I was like, well, that was like just like a great joke.
That's just like a top tier line. If he said it with a straight face, this is my new best friend.
I bet he did. The way he is, he's like a real dry, sarcastic kid. He's hilarious.
Oh, that is killer stuff.
I know.
This kid's gonna be somebody.
I'm gonna Venmo my sister, make her pay him, and then I'm gonna use that on stage because it's a great line.
That's decent.
And right now, I'm writing this little chunk about how parents I get it. They're your most special things in the world, but the way they talk about kids is sometimes unforgivable.
You're like, okay, tone it down.
It all goes back to the optimistic third grader, all that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like writing a chunk on this right now, and he riffs a better line than I have in
just
my
off
whole
the top
act.
of his. He's not even like proud of that line.
No, he was like, I just called it how it was.
He's like, yo, I don't know what the deal is. That's one of those things
funny.
that, like, on Twitter when people are like, like they'll have some quote that their kid said, and they're like, my kid's way smarter than me, and you're like, that's absolute horseshit. Your kid never said that. That kind of falls into the. If I saw that on Twitter, I'd be like, absolutely not.
Right,
true.
that's like retelling that story. It sounds like I made that up.
It 100% doesn't sound true. This kid's awesome, boy. This kid's got a real grim view of the world.
It's so funny. Well, I don't know if it's grim. It's more just like, she's been working on it.
Brother, if he's slicing through some fucking reality like that with that level of just bleakness, this kid rips.
He's got a future.
I'm telling you, he's going to write an amazing novel one day. It's going to be sad, but it's going to be good. This guy is going to write and direct the next Manchester by the Sea, and he's going to do it at age 16.
He might. I fucking hope so. He can kind of rip on guitar too. He's a
what? Who is this kid? This guy's awesome.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I feel like I'd be intimidated to hang out with this kid.
Yeah, he'd be
one of those guys that would be like, "Hey, saw one of your sketches."
Yeah, and then
not say anything.
Make you be like, what'd you think?
Which one?
And he's like, I don't know, but it's cute. It's cute what you guys are doing.
Yeah, no, they all kind of are the same though, right? Like, yeah, yeah, you're right. 10-year-old
dude. Do you remember when was Rick rolling a thing when you were like in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought maybe that would have lived and died when we were in school. That's apparently still a thing. Rick rolling.
You know what's weird? It's like, you remember when you try to tell your parents a joke as a kid?
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, you after the joke, you'd all laugh, and they'd be like, "I remember that joke when I was your age." Like, why does that stuff? How does that exist? And like, there are jokes that are just third grader jokes,
just like in perpetuity.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's very odd.
But Rick rolling is still a thing. And he goes to audition for the 8th grade musical at his school. He Rick rolls him.
I mean, this kid is diabolical.
Yeah.
Who is this kid? This guy's Dr. Evil.
Everyone's singing songs from musicals, and he gets up there and Rick Astley starts playing.
Dude, all the teachers were like, damn, this kid just got us good.
He just fucking got our asses.
I mean, holy shit. I feel like an idiot right now.
Yeah,
I love this kid. We're getting him on the pod.
He might be great on the pod, actually.
I know. I mean, the coach was great. I appreciate you for not falling into the ridiculousness of the woman's Italy trip. But a 10-year-old with this kind of fucking gumption.
The Rickroll and the line that took her 8 months. This all was in the last 5 days.
Oh man, this kid!
He had a hot week.
Tom. This kid's got a bright future in front of him.
Oh my God! Shout out sister number one.
Shout out. Have I met sister number one?
I
don't think so.
I don't think so. She lives in Long Island.
Oh, then no, I definitely have not.
No. So yeah, those are my zeros and heroes for the week.
I think those are slapping around pretty nice and good.
Yeah. What?
Pretty nice and good. Tom, where are we at? I feel like we've been going for.
I think we got like maybe a couple more minutes.
Couple more minis.
We might be at an hour. I don't know. The fact that it doesn't have a timer on screen is unbelievable.
I mean, we were supposed to start at 9:15. That didn't happen, obviously. 8:15. This is what time is it? 8:23. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're probably at about an hour right now.
All right. So we can begin to wrap this up. I want to just say I had the best weekend of my life in Fort Collins.
Oh, let it out.
The Comedy Fort. I mean, dude, it was one of those weekends. Like, I'm in a depression today.
Oh, it's too good.
It was like just heater after heater, and not just the shows, the people, the town, like everything about it. The comedy condo, the club is perfect. Like everything about the whole weekend was just unreal.
How big is this room?
It's like I would say maybe 120.
Ooh.
But it's set up like a theater. Like it's wider than it is long, and there are little risers for the back rows.
Baby.
So everyone's like on you.
So it's 120, but they're in your grill.
And I got to headline Thursday, sold out.
Oh,
Friday,
baby.
Both shows sold out. Saturday, both shows sold out. Like Friday, late show was like the only semblance of like a drunkish late crowd.
But still
it was
fun.
Like probably would have been the best set of the year if that was the only set that I had. But it was like afterwards, I was like, yeah, I had to work a little bit, you know? And then like listening back to it, I was like, oh, they were still unbelievable.
Like, oh, no, I was destroying. It was it was just slightly harder.
It was just like one person was kind of drunk.
Yeah. Or you're like, yeah, they're a little weird out there. You're like, no, they're just drunk and they're having an amazing time.
Yeah, it's the best late show you've ever done in your life.
Yeah, like they're laughing a little louder than they usually do. It's a lot to work with, to be honest with you.
They really want to hang out afterwards and party.
They're like really into buying my merch.
That is the kind of club this is, dude. It's so crazy.
I mean, 120 on top of you in a nice tight room where it's just booming.
It was like really crazy. Like
very, very fun. I gotta ask, are you still doing the getting your dick sucked epiphany joke?
I did it on 2 of the shows.
Did it
slapped around? Oh, just lost you. Jesus Christ, you're back. All right, we're recording again.
All right, we're back in the mix. I don't know what that was.
I don't know. You just froze on me. Also, it was kind of like precarious because anything about a joke is always like, I'm like, why? What's the follow up? Because you said, are you still telling the dick epiphany joke? And I said, yeah, I told it twice, and then you froze, and I was like, oh man, what was the follow up?
You're like, damn, did he just end our friendship because I'm still telling that joke?
He hates that I'm still doing a dick joke, doesn't he? Not only am I still telling that and a couple other dick related jokes, but I in towns that have, I compare my dick to a D2 school, and it's Colorado State is right there. And I was doing the hackiest thing in the world where the first night I actually thought they were a D2 school. So first night I go, yeah, it's like a D2 football program. I call it like Colorado State, and they go crazy because they're like, he knows where we are.
Yeah.
And they go crazy. I'm like, go Rams, whatever. And then I was like, oh, wait, if someone goes, they're D1. I was like, oh, they're not D2. He's like, no, they're D1. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a bad D1. And then, and like that just goes crazy. I'm like, that's my dick as well. So then I built that into the rest of the shows.
There we go. Of course. Why not?
It's the
No, just wondering, like,
thing.
no, but like on shows that are that hot, I'm wondering, are you going all heaters or are you willing to play the slow game with a couple of them?
Oh yeah, you're doing.
That's the reason I was wondering about that joke, because that's one where they have to be like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, that's and those slow ones are fun when they're on board because
ooh boy, those are the ones where your mouth kind of starts salivating a little bit.
Dude, this room, I'm not telling you. I mean, I'm not lying. I'm not going to tell you.
Dude, this room, fucking find out on your own, man. I'm not telling you shit.
I'm not lying to you. It is like you can do that with almost every setup. Like, it's bananas what has happened there. The owner is a comic, and he's a great comic, David Rodriguez. He did something curating an audience that is just like, they're like a cheat code. Like, everyone should record their special there. Everyone in the world.
You know what's nice about the 120 person room is that, like, he doesn't really need to depend on people that aren't into comedy. That it's not like he needs to pack out a 300 person room.
Agreed. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah,
and that rips.
No drink minimum too. Tickets are pretty cheap. It's like everyone in town just wants to go because it's a great time.
It's like, come have a great time. You're literally gonna have the time of your life.
No drink minimum is genius, because I swear everyone in there on average is buying more than 2 drinks, but it's such a better feeling.
Because it's not like, hey, fucking spend all your money.
Because there could be a group of 7 people there who are like drinking and partying, and one of them is sober. So they're like, I don't really want to buy 2 bottled waters.
Yeah. I'll have 2 Sprites.
Yeah.
Like why? What is that?
Yeah. And then the drink minimum just ruins that person's night.
Yeah. They're like, I'll kind of never go back there. You have to spend. I literally just had to light money on fire to be in the room.
Yeah. And then that's all I was thinking about during the show. So I don't really know how they did. But yeah,
that rips though.
It ruled. It's a great club. I think like, oh, let me throw this by you, and then we'll. I guess we should. I don't know how long we've been doing, but if you're at a club and the owner goes on stage before the host and does time, what's your instinct?
Like, do I like it or do I not like it? Is that what you're? I mean, you know, the. I would say the common feeling is, what the fuck is this?
Yes, I agree.
But I mean, wait. So just kind of get up and does a set before?
No, not doing a set. Does announcements and
kind
stuff.
of thing?
Says, hey, I own the place. Thanks for coming. All that stuff.
But is he doing jokes?
So that's the thing. My instinct is always like, I'm like, he's gonna try to do jokes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm thinking. I don't know. I got places in mind. We could whatever. But like,
of course.
Yeah, like I'm like, this is gonna be bad. He's gonna try to do jokes. But this guy, I mean, I think it's just because he's actually like a very good comic and he knows not to be an idiot. He was like he got like new faces and shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't he do Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like way more accomplished than us.
And we're like, how do you feel about a great comic doing time?
I like
at his own club.
But he does it in a way that's great. He's just basically like, he does the announcements and then he just has great shit for like, hey, don't talk if you're a bachelorette party. Like, he has little lines for each rule.
Yeah.
It's all about the rules of the room and stuff. But it makes the host set there is like, I'm like, you get this.
The host is doing a feature.
The host, it was his first weekend hosting a whole club or a whole weekend at a club. And I was like, no. You got to go do this somewhere else. Because
like, this isn't fair.
This is not what it is.
This is not fair.
He's going up to a crowd that has already laughed like hard, like 3 times.
Yeah. I need you to go up to an ice cold crowd.
Yeah. Who thinks you are a door guy.
Yeah.
Because like he was going up and just doing a 10-minute set and he was good. He was very funny, but he was just like crushing. And I'm like, that's not what hosting is.
And he's like, oh, comedy's a fucking cakewalk. This thing's easy as shit.
Everyone complains about hosting. I don't get, maybe I'm just really good at it.
I've just kind of always been a good host. So I don't understand the rub, but yeah, I don't know. To each their own, I guess.
But yeah, the Comedy Fort, shout out. It's the best place.
Shout out Comedy Fort. Shout out the Comedy Fort.
And the town of Fort Collins. It's a very fun time.
Town of Comedy Fort Collins. That rips. Let's see. What else? We got to wrap this motherfucker up.
Yeah,
here,
we
Tom.
can wrap it up. Where are you going to be? Or you got anything else? Wait. You got anything else we got to get out there?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, yeah,
I'm gonna be at Gotham Comedy Club at the end of the month. I'm gonna be hitting
that rips.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'll be hitting a couple of sessions near the end of the month. I just have some fun shows coming up. Just check. They'll follow me on Instagram. They'll be on Instagram.
Do you put your shows on your website?
I should.
Yeah, you should.
I should.
Dude,
I should also look at my website.
Yeah, I did not used to update my website at all. And then somebody messaged me like, hey, why do you still have shows from like January of last year on your
And you're kind of
website?
almost like, oh, right, I have a website.
I was like, I totally forgot that I even had a show section on there.
Yeah, dude.
So I've been trying to update it now.
And then me and Jeff Asmus will be all over the Northeast in October.
God, that
just come holler at the kid. We'll have fun.
All right. I got this weekend. It comes out Thursday. Yeah, this weekend I'll be at tonight I'll be at the Tight Ship. But speaking of good shows.
Wait,
Chicago.
what?
I'll be in Chicago.
Oh, you're back in Chicago.
Just one night on Thursday.
Oh,
then
love
then
to
driving
see that.
down to St. Louis with Colin Unger to open for Kelsey.
Oh yeah.
Colin's hitting the host button. It'll be a fun weekend.
He's gonna get the real host experience.
Yeah, the Helium. It's in a dark mall. Yeah. That's like, of course, St. Louis Mall is after Fort Collins.
It's gonna hurt.
We're just gonna get the shit kicked out of us. So I'm there, and then LA next Red Show Blue Show is October 7th. Hit me
Red
up.
Show Blue Show.
We already have people asking about tickets, so get on that list. And then, I don't know, DC, just for the love of God, if you're on the East Coast, go to DC on December 12th. I'm headlining Room 808, and once again, I think it's on me to sell tickets. So,
guys, help the kid out. Come on, he's got good material. He's fun. Support him live. Oh, here's one. I'll be I'm headlining Zanies in Chicago. This is early.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
But I'll be at Zanies in Chicago the day before Thanksgiving. Bring your buns to Zanies in Chicago.
Chicago, you're our most densely packed city with listeners.
I mean, a quick one night only with your Uncle Tim Smith. Let's have a little fun.
Maybe
we'll go to
Tom
Ale House after.
Maybe Tom flies in for a surprise guestie.
Ooh,
we don't know.
That'd be fun.
Just get a little hype going, you know?
Well, yeah, I love that you saying that and then immediately saying that you won't do it. But yeah, no, that'd be great.
Well, you know, the crazy thing is I never got asked.
You live in LA, Tom. How many times have I been asked to do fucking green light, blue light? Not once.
Dude, you can do both Red Show and Blue Show if you ever get out here.
I'll give you 3 minutes on both shows. You're like, no, you can do the show. You do have to host, though.
You do have to host both of them somehow.
And bartend. No, I'll be out
right.
in LA. I'll be out in LA early next year. We'll have a gay old time.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
all right.
We love you guys.
We love you.
Bye.
Tell your friends. Bye.
He married my sister. Now we're living together. We're